Hello everyone, my name is Thuy Ninh Dao and on behalf of the authors Nguyễn Ngoc, Nguyễn Quan, Hien, I pleased to present our paper named Toward BIM-Enabled Fire Safety Compliance Verification. The core message through this paper is BIM-Enabled traceable life cycle verification, not just design stage checking. So why hospital fire safety verification matter? The vulnerable occupants, the operational continuity, interconnected system. In the vulnerable occupants, the limited mobility makes evacuation difficult and critical surfaces must keep functioning. For interconnected systems like fire alarm, HVAC, smoke control, access control, and sprinklers must operate together. Documentation gaps can become an operational safety risk. Commissioning. Beyond design stage code checking, the current BIM study must emphasize design stage automated rule checking and missing evidence to inspect stage and commissioning failures remain underexplored. In this paper, use real fire safety inspection findings as compliance intelligence. The question is that how can real non-conformities inform BIM-Enabled life cycle fire safety verification? So the aim of this research is examining how a hospital fire safety inspection case can inform BIM-Enabled compliance verification. We will shift focus from checking design to inspection and commissioning, and then use evidence inspection findings, review coordination and governance failures, and then hybrid review, BIM checking works, workflow verification and commissioning. The methodology used in this research: qualitative exploratory case study, empirical basis, official fire safety inspection and acceptance report from a large public hospital project in Vietnam. We record, inspect, then find the extracts, code check capabilities, synthesis, regulation, and build a workflow. The output is BIM checkability conceptual workflow. The case study context: a commissioning intensive hospital with the floor area more than 72,000 square meters, with the base is nearly 1,000 hospital beds and interconnected facilities multiple. Why we use this case? Because the hospital combines fire safety, HVAC, smoke control, access control, emergency power, and medical gas system. So the acceptance test exposes hidden coordination problems and operational readiness. The key findings: what the inspection review, documentation file gaps, approving records did not fully match actual installation, and the system integration gaps is fire alarm, access, smoke control, and evacuation systems were not fully coordinated. The last stage visibility: many problems appear not only during commission tests. The life cycle coordination gaps: information updates was retrospective rather than continuous. So non-conformities are symptoms of broader information management and governance failures. The finding one: the patient field inconsistencies. The issue observed is detector location, alarm loops, information, room functions, technical installations, and as-built drawing were not fully consistent. The inspection implication, the final assessment require repeated cross-checking between site conditions and approved records. Status, documentations, approval do not guarantee field compliance. The finding two is fragmented systems integration. It alarms and access. The magnetic loops were not interlocked with fire alarm system. In smoke control state, lobby pressure exceeded testing thresholds. In the detector HVAC, the detector was too close to air conditioning terminals. So the system that passed isolated checks may still fail under integrated operational testing. This table shows the detailed findings, synthesis, representative nonconformities, and beam check capabilities. Inspect issues of escape stair dimension, with the main implication is evacuation efficiency. In the BIM logics, problem is geometry and the level of the non-conformities is high. The same level with machine sprinklers and the detector near HVAC. The main implication is suppression coverage of geometry and metadata in BIM logic. And the detector near HVAC, the main implication is detection reliability of BIM logic geometry. The other issues is as-built mismatch in the main implication of record reliability, and the BIM logic is metadata with the level of nonconformity is medium. Two others level medium nonconformities is alarm access interlock and smoke control pressure. In the alarm and access interlock, the main implication is evacuation automation and BIM logic is system relation, and smoke control pressure is the main implication of fire validation needed of BIM logic commissioning. So the digital verification relationship is inspection is still require different combination of geometry, metadata, system logic, and field evidence. In geometry, the escape route is sprinklers, detector clearances. In metadata, the room function system attributes object IDs. System logics, alarm lock, links, interlocks, controls. And in the fire testing, smoke control, airflow, commissioning data. So BIM verification is hybrid. Model checking support early detection, commissioning, coordination, performance. This is the proposed hybrid BIM-enabled verification workflow. First, BIM design modeling. The second, rule definition, then site verification, and then as-built site. So then we can figure out the commissioning. The field result and commissioning records feedback into compliance and data rule refine. From document compliance to life cycle governance. For now, the traditional compliance team approved documents are often weakly connected to operation. And then if we apply BIM, we use BIM-enabled verification, we can check the model, as-built site, chronization, and issue records, improve check CV abilities. and then we can govern the life cycle of the projects. The evidence flows across design, construction, commissioning, handover, and operation as well. So BIM is an enabling environment, not just a substitute for regulatory inspection. Thank you so much for your listening, and we uh, very warmly welcome your questions, the discussion to improve our research, our future research as well. Thank you so much on behalf of the authors.